A writers' conference this weekend highlights Southern writers, and one of those writers is Mark Anthony Thomas, a journalist, literary artist, and motivational speaker who has written 2 poetic narratives. His latest book is called Poetic Repercussion, and he joins us now to tell us more about it. This is the book, and for such a young guy, you've written a lot of poetry in your young life. That's awesome. What got you going?
Well, when I was 13, it started out as a tribute to my grandmother, and I had a broken heart, which most teenagers have, and that pretty much kicked me into the writing game as a way to express. Then in my high school years, it really became something I did in a public format. I wrote for my county school system, for a couple like high school, local civic events. Then I started getting scholarships for writing, and that showed me that I had some potential.
Yeah, and now you follow any particular rules in your type of poetry?
Well, I think you want to be adventurous, and you have to study what traditional poetry is so that you can get respect among the literary critics.
Right.
But you also still want to be innovative and try new things. And I think a lot of our traditional poets were pretty innovative too. But you study the more traditional formats of what they wrote.
Right.
But, you know, your Edgar Allan Poes and Langston Hughes, they also tried a lot of new things too.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
And contrary to popular belief, poems do not have to rhyme.
No, they don't.
They just can be free-flowing.
More traditionally, the critics don't like rhyming poems as much.
Yeah.
Even though fans typically do. So you have
It's easy to remember that way. Now, you're going to be part of a writers' conference. Tell us about that.
Well, it's a conference that they do each year on Barnes & Nobles. So from my understanding, there should be about 20 different authors, and I'm really looking forward to that. That's one thing about being an author. You love to meet other authors. So I expect they should have a really good turnout, and I'm just glad to be in Birmingham to be part of it.
And people will be looking to you to get inspiration in many cases. What do you tell them generally?
I always tell people, a lot of people want to write a book. So I always say the best part is to finish the creative part of it, because that is the fun part, the part that you put the most heart into. After that, I say then you have to look at the business side of publishing, which may include a literary agent, publishing companies, distribution, and dealing with the whole marketing of your vision.
Right. Yeah, that's really the tougher part than the actual writing in many cases.
Yeah, it is.
And you are on a national tour.
That's correct.
That's great.
Yeah, and I've been fortunate to have been to some major cities over the last year: New York, Los Angeles, Chicago.
You were on NPR, and so you're really a big deal, which is tremendous. And it's tremendous that you're going to be a great inspiration to other people who want to write like you.
Oh, thank you.
We're very excited to have you.
Okay.
That'll be a terrific thing for people to go to. The Southern Writers Festival is at Barnes & Noble Booksellers, which is at Summit Boulevard in the Summit, and it's from 10 to 2 today, and 298-0665. The keynote speaker will be Emily.